Alright, forget all that. For those of you who remember, it's been a while. Hey, I just got here to show you something really cool, something I've been kind of looking forward to for a while. As you can see, if I can get this camera, I got a big old Amazon box. And, in here's something I've been looking forward to for like 2 years now. Let's just get to it. Let me just show you. It's already been sliced open because I wanted to make sure I didn't get ripped off by people at Amazon. So as of this moment, this is not in storage yet, but I was able to go on Amazon and get my hands on one of these. So yeah. I don't know why it was up so early. It is August 26th. I ordered this about 2 days ago. But yeah, I have it, and let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Alright, so in my excitement and in getting the tripod ready, I forgot to even mention what this is. So this is the official Nerf Dude Perfect signature bow. Dude Perfect, as some of you people know, there are these YouTube professionals that are, they do all sorts of funny trick shots and just cool stuff. And, they, I guess, have a partnership with Nerf to release this big honkin' bow. And let's see here. So what comes in here is the bow, obviously, and 2 arrows. I'm not sure why they only did 2 and not 3, as they typically do with these kind of things, but whatever. And a target, because I believe the intention for this toy is to be shot at targets only, not at other people. Which, I mean, I guess, since there's probably some power behind it, but Hasbro, you're not my dad. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do with this. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing real quick. So, yeah. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the bow by itself, as well as the 2 arrows. Just from my initial feel of these arrows, pretty sturdy, honestly. Feels about as sturdy as you'd think. Not as stiff as an actual arrow for an actual archery set, but still. For comparison to the smaller Rebel, and now with the new crossbow they have for the zombie fire, those smaller, more realistic type arrows, it's a lot more firmer than that. Like it doesn't seem like it's the kind of plastic that's gonna bend easily from use like those smaller arrows are. So that's a cool thing. This feels safe. Like this is gonna collapse pretty easily against whatever surface it hits, which is good on the safe side, because like I said, I mean, these are intended for targets and non-living things, but people is going to do what they want. Now, when it comes to the actual size of this bow, I haven't even fully put this bow together yet, and this thing is huge. It's so big. Like, I knew it was going to be big from the previews I saw, but this thing is enormous. Alright, just like for example, alright, I have with me here 2 of the bigger bows, other bows in the Nerf lineup. I have the Thunder, the Thunder bow that shoots mega darts here, and I also have I think the biggest bow in the lineup so far, which is the Rebel. The Rebel Revolution bow. As you can see, I didn't put on the spinning quiver device on that thing because I just don't like how it feels. And as you can see, alright, these are both like here. These are both the bigger of the 2 toys in the lineup, and they're not even bigger than the daggone thing when it's fully put together. Like, this thing's gonna be huge. I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, this thing is massive. This thing is so big. So now I'm gonna put it together. And construction is actually really easy. So what you do, right, is this part folds up, and it feels like I can already feel it, like it's gonna do a bunch of clicking. And you take this little screw in here, and once this is all the way set, it goes into this little hole, and that's basically it. So I'm gonna do that now. And there you have it, folks. That is the Dude Perfect signature bow fully assembled. And I gotta say, it looks so good. Again, for reference, let me move these out the way. For reference, that's the Revolution bow. And I thought that thing was pretty sizable, and this is the size comparison. And again, the Thunder bow. This thing is massive, and I love it. I love it so much. Now it's currently like 12 o'clock or something at night, so I'm not going to be able to fire this thing at anywhere like notable to get good ranges on this thing. Like I'm going to an event tomorrow, so what I'm going to do is record some footage there and get a better idea of the ranges, because that'll do us some justice. But some more things I wanted to note about the toy. The string right here. It feels very similar to the string on the. It feels like a marriage between the string on the Thunderbow and the elastic string on the Revolution. It feels very tightly strung. Like if you can pick up that, you can tell it's got some power behind it. Yeah, it's thankfully. I'm pretty sure they learned their lesson with the Agent bow, and they're definitely not using that material that they used then. And it is much lighter than I thought it would be. I thought this thing was going to be comparable to an actual compound bow that I've had to hold, but no, this thing feels light. And I think that's a good thing considering the demographic they're going for, but also it feels great. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this back on the tripod, and you know what? Let's fire some rounds in here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the way to fire this thing is that you take one of these arrows here, you slip it into this opening right here. You knock it against, I don't know if you can see, but you knock it against this opening right here. And then you just pull back and you let go. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. I am loving this so far. I cannot wait to take this out. And the cool thing about it is that when you pull it back, this white part comes up here as a rest, so you can kind of more relaxed do that. Oh my god, that feels so good. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a day and fire this baby somewhere that's got some range to it. Alright, so I am here in Hickory Park. I don't know if you can see out there, that little round speck is the Nerf Dude Pro target that came with the signature bow. That's about 100 feet out, which is what they're claiming this thing gets for ranges. And I'm going to take some test shots and see how it fares up. I'm going to start by taking some shots dead at it. Alright, so I know it's a little hard to get a good, decent sample shot with only 2 arrows. You can't buy replacement arrows for this thing yet, but I don't know, I'm going to do the best I can. So this is basically where these 2 shots ended up. Given that that's the target out there, and that little black thing, you can't really see it on the ground, is where I shot. I want to say they went about 50 feet, and that was without arcing it at all. So, yeah, that's pretty decent. So, let's see what happens when I try to arc this thing. All right, let's arc these shots and let's see how close we can get to that target. So right off the bat, I can tell you that this thing shoots very consistently. As you saw with the straight on shots, the grouping just from those two was very close together, only maybe a foot apart. And these arcing shots are about the same distance apart from each other. Also, yeah, it's pretty up there as far as the range is. Now it's stopped right about here. Which, given that the target is right here, I want to say that maybe about a little bit more of a 10-foot distance off, which is honestly completely fine considering I was measuring these distances just using my own foot. So give or take, that's pretty close to what they're claiming this thing's getting, about 100 feet. That's pretty amazing. So, yeah. All right. So far, so far, this blaster is pretty good. The Nerf Dude Perfect signature bow is pretty amazing, and it's exactly what I've been waiting for. And it comes in at about $55 retail. At least it was on Amazon. So that's actually a better price point than I thought it was going to be. Initially, I thought it was going to be around $80. So that's pretty good. And the refill ammo is going to cost. I'm guessing it's going to cost 15 or 20 for every 3 arrows, so that's pretty decent. There's one other test I want to do, considering the size and the moderately more strength you need to put into this. I want to test and see what someone closer to the age demographic is going to do. So, Luke, if you will. All right, how would you describe how that felt as far as like the strength you needed and ease? Like, how would you describe it?
I think it was pretty easy to pull the string back.
All right, and didn't have into any snags. You didn't have to like struggle or anything.
No.
All right.
Smoothly.
All right. Awesome. And as you can tell right there, great for all demographics. I mean, adults are probably going to be super into this, but you can get it for your kids, and it'll be fine. So, yeah, that's more or less all I have to say about the Dude Perfect signature bow. I'm going to play with it more. I'm going to get more arrows. I'm going to really put it through the ringer. And but right now, that's the initial verdict. It's good. It was worth the wait. I'm glad we have it. I would have taken it as a platinum bow, but I have it as a Dude Perfect bow, so whatever. All right, thanks, guys.